Hello everybody, welcome back to Shay's Hobby Doc Bay. So today is Sunday. It is the 2nd, I think it's still the 2nd of January of the new year of 2022. Okay, and by the way, Happy New Year everybody. Hope everybody had a good one. Okay, I wanted to show y'all, this is my swap and glue book now. So I don't know if y'all remember, but I had glued some junk mail together. You know, big sales papers and, you know, the white papers and things that comes out of junk mail envelopes or bills and stuff like that. That's kind of junk mail. I had glued them together and folded them back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I had started putting my glue book in there, my swapping glues I did with people. I only had a few in there, I think about 3. And so it was kind of, you know, wide. And so it was to, you know, I was going to decorate the front. Never had gotten around to doing that yet. The back of it I was just going to continue to add to and just let it grow and grow and grow. Well, I decided I don't like this because some of my folds in there of my pages that were glued together was not doing right. And so it was like, so you had the book, the wide book, but then it's like some of the papers that was in the middle in there somewhere was kind of sticking out further this way or over this way, and it was just, I just didn't like it. So I decided I don't like it like this. I can't handle it. So I got to do different. So what I done, out of all of my magazines, I picked a magazine out, and I had these folders. This was folders. As you can see, it has a tab. Now, it's old folders, and so this one's kind of messed up here, but I'm not letting that bother me. So what I done is I glued a folder on top of the magazine and one on the back, and then I put some duct tape, some of my pretty decorative duct tape. And as you can see, it comes out wider here, but that's fine than the magazine because I wanted it even kind of more up here at the top, and some is sticking out. I kind of wished I could have got it up a little bit more, but oh well, you know, you can't always be perfect. So I did that, and this is what the back one looks like. Now, on the front, I do want to, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. I don't know if I'm going to use, like, sticker letters to write that this is my swap and glue book or whatever. But anyway, so I did that. But that book that I had already had 3 in, don't worry, I saved those 3. I cut them out just where they started and ended at, and I glued them into here. So this was my first one. It was from Courtney, my niece, my great niece. And, you know, I have all my little flaps that I had done and stuff. It's all the same. I just cut it from its beginning into its end. So those junk mail pages that I was gluing it on is in here, okay? This is, I got to re-glue that. It's coming off. But, so I just glued it in here. And then I did the same with this one on this side. This was from Kathy's Favorite Things. You see right here. And this was that bike. And I had something on it. And it can come around. And it can fold over. And this folds over. And this is a belly band. And there's something in there. And this folds over. This is all. See, Kathy's Favorite Things. She had sent me so much I wanted to do that I did 4 pages of hers. Now, this was one of the smaller pages in that book that was added to. So, this much of the magazine page was left showing. So, I got some scrapbook page and just glued it on there to cover that up. Alright, so then you turn it over, and this one here was from my sister Becca. I wrote her name right here. This was the last one we did. The one I did just before I did my new one that I just got in from Solae and Craft, that lives in Australia. So this is the one for Becca, from Becca. And then when you turn, this is solae's. And I do remember doing a video showing my envelope and what Solae had sent me for the swap and glue. And this is what I've done with it. So, this right here, this was a piece of paper. She sent me a lot of little stuff. And this says, "Joy is contagious." And so I wrote her name, Solae Newman. This is her channel name, Solae and Craft. And this, I put the date, Sunday the 2nd, January 2022. I just did this today. Okay, so she lives in Australia, and Australia is famous for their koala bears. So she sent me a koala bear. It's actually a note paper, and that's where she wrote to me. And I can flip it up. I'd have to turn it around, but I can still read her note. But this right here, this green with the green leaves, was the inside of her envelope she had her stuff in. So this is just a piece of it cut. So I cut that. I loved that. So I glued that there. Then, like I told you, she sent me a lot of little things. So I put this after I glued the koala bear on here just by his ears so I could flip him up. I glued this pretty piece here. This was also on the other side of the envelope, so I had cut it out and glued it there. Then I glued the 2 butterflies here. And so you have to lift that up to see that under there. Okay, there was this picture here, and I loved this setting of all that stuff on that shelf, the glass case, the old vintage looking stuff and everything, and those dolls. Loved it. So I put it, now it's not glued down, it's a flip over, but I put it where it would be even at the end edge here. So then there was a little bit left here. And I wanted it to be glued down as well somehow so I could flip it up. So I glued this tag she sent me, "Enjoy the Little Things," to the side of it here. I glued this one to the side of it here. I hope y'all are getting all that. My phone is dying. I got to plug it up. And then that's where I wrote that out. Well, then you can flip it over. Y'all, give me just a second. I don't know if this is going to turn the camera off. I got to plug it up. If it turns it off, I'll cut y'all back on and just add it to it. I'm plugging it. And it looks like it's still going. Okay. So when you flip this side over, this is like the whole room setting. Maybe not the whole room, but, you know, you see more than just the shelf and wall. You see the couch. You see a table and a chair over there. So I liked that too. But I had some other stuff that I didn't mind, I wanted to use, and I needed somewhere to put it. And so places I didn't mind covering up, I put them. I liked this little girl just lounging back like that in her big old fluffy house shoes and a hoodie and a crown. And it looks like she's coloring or writing or something. And I liked that. Then I liked these 3 circles. It says, "Together, family, always." So I put that at the end of the couch. There was some words under here too, so I covered them up. I liked this row of kids sitting there together side each other. And it looks like they're writing. They all have a clipboard with papers on it, and they're writing something. I thought that was cool, so I put that right there. There's a coffee table under them, but that was okay. All right, so Solae had sent me these 2 strips that is so pretty of scrapbook paper that's cut out like hearts, and she had sewed, see the little gold thread here, and it's sticking out on each side. She sewed them together, overlapped them, and sewed them. I thought that was so cute. So I glued them like this to kind of help. This is the magazine page, and yeah, it's just going to be left like that. I'm not going to bother with that. But to try to help cover most of it, I did them cat-a-cornered like that or whatever. And then I just thought this was so cool and neat, which you have to turn like this to look at it. But this is how it was in the magazine. You didn't even have, I didn't cut her face off like that. It was like that at the bottom of the page of the magazine. Or it's how she cut it or something. I can't remember now. It seemed like it was at the bottom of a page. And I'm getting it where y'all can't see. But she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I'd show y'all right, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towels on her head. And I just thought that was so funny and cool and neat. So I wanted to keep that. So I glued it there like that. So then you can cover that up. Okay, that's that side. So coming over here, this is this side. Now this page here says sweet treats. And I glued it where it's a flat because on this side I've got 1, 2, 3 sweet treats glued on there. Now the background itself is some fruit. It's bananas and mangoes. And you can see like part of that there, part of it here. Okay, with this one flapped back, that's not really bending back. Y'all give me a minute. Good enough to lay down out of my way. Okay, so then this piece, see this girl? Her mouth's wide open. And it says, curiously good snacks. So I glued, look at that good, delicious chocolate-looking cake there, y'all. Or pie. I cut that out and glued it on there, and you can flip this over. So you see more of the page with the mangoes. This was like a salad thing here, so I glued that there. On this side, they're showing blackberry pie or something, and that looks good, so I did that. Well, on this, you flip it back, and this was the stamp on her envelope that she sent me her stuff in from Australia. So I just kind of glued that in the middle of that, behind that flat there. Well, with all of these opened, this right here is a salad, and it made me think of a Christmas tree. You know, the way it's going down, it's wider at the bottom, goes up narrower. That's a Christmas tree, a salad Christmas tree, y'all, and I thought that was cool, so I wanted to include that. So on this side, this was broccoli, and I glued it on there like that. Now, this was a donut, which makes me think of Tony. Chica Halls, Creative Chica Halls, I think is her channel name. So she had probably sent that to Solae. But I glued it down right here, and when you flip it back, then this was like a slice of a, what did the mama used to eat? But my mama used to eat those all the time. Cranberry? No, cranberry sauce is what we use at Christmas time. Is that oh, I can't think. Anyway, I glued it on there. It was a round slice, perfect for this round donut at the back of it. And then I glued a strawberry on top of that. It's like it's on the tip of my tongue, and I cannot say what that is. What is that? I keep wanting to say cranberry, but it's not cranberry. Or is it? I like cranberry. I don't like these. Mama would put salt on them and eat them. The only way I could eat them is to put sugar on them, but then I didn't even really care to do that because to me they're just too sour and bitter tasting. Fruit something. Oh, y'all help me, but I wish you could help me like right now. I want to say it right now. Y'all probably know what it is. You're probably screaming it at me and laughing at me, and I can't think of what it is. Anyway, that is my pages from Solae and Craft, my swap and glue pages she sent me, and I love them, and I wanted to show that to y'all. And then when you turn this page, see that hangs off a little bit, but that's okay because the file folder that's my front cover hangs down and hides that. But see, this is the magazine that I'm going to glue from now on all of my swap and glues in until I fill it up, and then I'll have to get another one. I've realized I don't like small stuff for swap and glue. I got to have it big so I can do both pages and have lots of room and then do my flaps because I still want to glue more and I've run out of place. That's why I do my flaps. And then, like I said, this is the folder on the back side. See, on the inside or the other side of the folder, there were lines that you could write on. See those lines? And then on this one, not all of them had lines. I think this one, of course, it's covered up. This one may have lines, or it might have just been solid pink. I can't remember. But anyway, that is my swap and glue book, and I wanted to share that with y'all. And I did my Solae one that I just got in the mail recently. That's my last one. I'm waiting for 5 others to come in, and then I have some more people that I want to ask to do swap and glue with me. All right, guys, 15 minutes long. Lord have mercy. I will let y'all go, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.